Another epic war drama has finally hit theaters. It is Napoleon, Ridley Scott's new film. What I end up thinking about it? Well, I'll let you know my thoughts right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Tyson, and we are here to talk about movies. That's right, we do movie reviews, movie trailer reactions, we cover major movie news on our Mint One podcast, we do movie rankings, and of course we do Oscar Mondays. So, if that sounds interesting to you, well, check us out and subscribe. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers, and I would love to have your guys' support as we go about that journey and share this channel to anybody who loves entertainment content. All right, with that being said and out of the way, Napoleon, it's here. It's one of my most anticipated films of this year. I was very, very looking forward to this one. And, I walked out of it disappointed. Why? Well, let's get into it. First off, the strength of this film, Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon, brilliant. I think the way that he took this character, obviously not doing a French accent, we knew that from the trailer. It did not bother me personally. Although I do know people that it did bother and kind of took them out of the movie. For me, I didn't really care. I thought the direction he went with this was brilliant. All the insecurities that he has as a person are shown on screen. All of the power craving and the power hungry man that he was is shown brilliantly through his performance alone. The amount of respect that he commands when he walks into a room. He wants that attention. He wants everybody to know he's there. And he wants everybody to think he is the most important man in the world. You see that when he is trying to, rise up in the ranks. You see that when he's emperor, and then you see that even when he falls. And I think that is brilliant. Joaquin Phoenix, A+. Vanessa Kirby in here, though, is the standout for me. She is getting in more and more films, more and more stuff, and people are recognizing her more for her brilliant talent. And she does an amazing job playing Josephine here, who is Napoleon's wife, who plays a way more important role than I think a lot of people, especially me. I thought that she would, because I didn't think this relationship would be in the film that much. But it turns out the relationship between Napoleon and Josephine, that's the heart of the film, and it's very important. And you see that obviously Napoleon, being a very insecure man who has this wife Josephine, wants to do everything in his power that he can for her, wants the respect from her, but also wants her to realize how lucky she is to be with him. That, however, does not start out well, as, it's shown that there are some marital problems. She cheats on him, has some affairs. Napoleon sees that when he's in a battle, and he leaves the battle to go and, talk to his wife, very angrily, because all their dirty laundry, it's shared to the people of France. It's in newspapers. There's literally illustration drawings of what could possibly have happened. That's embarrassing. Not a good image for yourself when you want the respect that you're trying to get. So obviously there's some hardships in that marriage, but the way that it is shown on screen, the way of the importance that it has for Napoleon's life, almost Josephine being able to pull the strings in the way she wants Napoleon to run France. Very interesting dynamic that these two have, and it's shown on screen beautifully, and it's like the strong point of the film for me. The next strong point here is the battle scenes. Obviously, they are fantastic. It's Ridley Scott. He knows how to do this. But the cinematography, the action, when slow-mo is used, when you have close-ups of Napoleon's face for his facial reactions, it's all told and done, shot beautifully. I love it. And I just think that, there could have been a little bit more. I think we only got 3 or 4 war scenes. But when we got them, they were fantastic. Again, Ridley Scott knows how to do it, and the score here is great, and behind those battle scenes it was even better, so I definitely love that part of it. And another thing that worked great here is the comedy. This film's a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be, and it made my experience of the film 10 times more enjoyable, I'll tell you that. I think it just brought some life into this film that needed it, and the comedy, it's dry, it's subtle, but coming from all the characters, but specifically when Napoleon, says some comedy, it's great because of Joaquin's delivery. He's just so dry, so nonchalant about it, and it makes it 10 times better. I love it. It's very great. Like I said, breathes life into the film, which I think needed it. And that concludes the positive. Let's get into the negatives. The pacing. The pacing of this film is terrible. It is the worst pacing I have seen throughout the entire year. It makes this movie feel longer than Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon, but yet there are things in here that I wish had more time on and was dragged out. So basically, it feels long, but it also feels short at the same exact time. That's a huge problem for me. I mean, it just when we're not on the war scenes or the relationship between Napoleon and Josephine, I feel this movie drag out super slow. We don't need some of this dialogue that we're getting. We don't need some of these scenes. But then how the time works in here, there's years that are shown on the screen with the locations as well. And when you get, times, you get a year, and then like 5 minutes later, you get another year, like, I don't know, like 5, 10 years later, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What? What? Like, I get that you just needed to do this quick thing in this year and explain it, but the way they chose to go about it here just did not. I didn't agree with it at all, and it took me out of the film, and it made the film, dip significantly for me because this pacing is awful. I did not like how this film was edited. Didn't like it. It felt like it was rushed. Felt very choppy to me, and it felt very one note. And just those two things really, they may sound technical, but no, it brought down the film significantly for me and made it a worse experience. And I was very disappointed by that. I really was. Now, there is a 4-hour cut of this version that I believe Ridley Scott is working on now. That's going to probably be released on Apple TV Plus. And I'm looking forward to that because I think it's going to give us where the time feels slow. I think it's going to kind of speed that up. And when we want more, obviously, with a 4-hour cut, we're going to have more time to delve into those areas. This film was a major disappointment, especially because I was looking forward to it so much. So I'm going to give Napoleon a score of 5.5 out of 10. It might get better for me on that rewatch when I rewatch that 4-hour cut, but yeah, the lack of pacing, it just killed it for me, killed the momentum. Editing also did as well, and the story itself, I just didn't feel like it was executed as well as it should have been. But Joaquin Phoenix, Vanessa Kirby save this movie. Their performances are brilliant. The war scenes, A plus, and the score, fantastic. Costumes, yes, and the comedy, A plus, because they needed it. So, with that being said, those are my thoughts. 5.5 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on the film down below. Are you seeing it? Do you even have interest in it? I mean, this is a movie that I think is going to do decently well because it is over the Thanksgiving holiday. So, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Very much looking forward to reading those. So, with that all being said, like I said off the top, subscribe. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. We'd love to have your guys' support. And as always, thank you guys for watching. And until the next video, guys, I'll catch you then.